One. Hi, everybody. This is Lynn with Yoga Story, and I'm here with Lisa Lockwood. Hi, Lisa. Hi. Lisa is what we call one of the OGs, one of the original gangster founding members of Yoga Story. Yeah. And we've been trying to figure out. We think we nailed it down to about like 12 years,
10, 12 years,
12 years.
somewhere in there, yes.
Right,
yes.
So to give everybody a little bit of history, we are celebrating 15 years in business this year. The original founder,
Amazing.
thank you very much. The original founder was Cindy Johnson. Let's pay our homage to Cindy. And she founded Yoga Story in 2010. That's at least when we researched the articles of corporation. So 2010, and we started off in a very small little space on the square that is now home to Bentonville Mercantile. And then we moved to a space that is being, I think it's the Mars Mercantile now.
I think it is.
Yeah, it was Moose Straw. It's been several different things over the years. We've just seen, and you've lived downtown for a long time, haven't you?
4 years
4
now.
years. So we've all seen the evolution of everything down on the square. So that was our second home, and we were able, that's when you came in,
Yes.
right? So
yes.
When did you, why? Let's go start with why. Why did you start yoga?
Well, I was a runner. But I had been a dance major in college, so I knew a lot about, body and movement and what that did, and I wanted something that was actually very stretching and very flowing. And I had a good friend, Kathleen Hope, also an OG, that got me a 1 month membership. I think it was 30 for 30 back then.
Yeah, back then.
And so I remember coming, I don't remember what year it was, but I remember coming on my birthday, February 10th, because she'd gotten it for me for my birthday. And I will tell you, for the first 4 to 6 weeks, it felt really odd to me. Like I had never done anything quite like it. It felt really like odd to me, but my body loved it. And so I kept coming because my body just responded so well to it. And I found it challenging too. And so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna just see where this goes. And at the end of that time, it was just like, oh yeah, this is good. This feels really good. Now mind was connecting, and the flow was a little easier. I wasn't having to pay so much attention to every little detail of what move, when, or whatever. And so I've been coming ever since.
Yeah.
It's just gotten better and better.
I think I've got pictures of Lisa in the old studio with those green walls. So that's like, I see the back of her head, I'm like, that's Lisa. So we'll start next with, what have you felt the physical benefits of yoga have been for you?
Strengthening and stretching. I'm still really active in a lot of other things. I still do run. I do TRX. I do Pilates. I hike. A lot of things.
We should all strive to be like
right.
Right.
I do a lot of, so I'm active. And what I really feel like the benefit to me of yoga is physically is the strengthening and the stretching that has allowed me to be better at everything else that I do, and allowed me to continue with the things that I do.
Right.
Yeah.
So, two-part question, that's the physical benefits. What do you feel like the mental and or emotional benefits of yoga have been for you?
That is where I think it's just so amazing, where mind, body, spirit, all of that connect. And I feel the benefit of that in just like just being able to just go and center within. And I feel that very much in class now. That's a huge benefit for me. And the only other place that I get that is running. When you kind of get into that, and that
flow.
Yeah, that flow. But
I don't know. I always feel like I'm dying, but
yeah, this marathon. Yes, all of the above. Yes. But I feel like that's just a huge benefit for me. And a lot of times now, as we are doing even the warm up, I'll do it with my eyes closed, just to kind of just like really center within, stretch, center, all of that, and just get me in the place where I can do my best practice.
And we say stuff like center within, but for those who are not familiar with yoga, I think as you become a more consistent practitioner over time, it moves from that physical challenge, and it's still physically challenging.
Oh, it is.
to a much more mental place of practice as you start to understand that mind and body is connected.
Absolutely.
I saw a great, it was one of those, it's a visual, like they were doing a podcast, but they had the visual aspect to it, and they were asking, this person is like, about yoga healing trauma, and he said that it was not necessarily that yoga healed trauma, but what yoga allowed the brain to do was to discontinue the disassociation from the mental part of our brain and our body. So that it actually started to reconnect those two things. When someone's experienced trauma, they have that disconnect.
Right.
And so that yoga helps us kind of reconnect those two things.
Wow.
So we as practitioners who have done it for a long time, it starts to move from that physical workout, which we still enjoy,
Yes.
into more of a mental, emotional practice.
Yes, it's more full
Full spectrum.
spectrum. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, full spectrum.
Whereas in some other workouts are just more physical.
Yes, you're right.
Connected, but
Yeah.
but it's all good for
Yeah.
all good for everything. So you are also a fellow small business owner. Thank you for your service. Like say,
Yes,
no
right.
disrespect, but yes, it's been a journey in
Yes.
Bentonville as
Yes.
a small business owner. How do you feel about the evolution of our town?
I feel like so far it's been all good.
Mhm.
I don't like the road work
Yeah.
issues that we're like, I feel like we're gonna be a pedestrian city because that's the only way to get
We're all a little construction weary, but it's all good.
But I feel like that, so far, everything that we've evolved to has been more full spectrum,
Mhm.
more inclusive, more being able to choose like multiple things, multiple varieties of menus, all of that type of thing, which I really enjoy. Plus, just the walkability, honestly, of downtown is, since we live downtown, is fabulous.
Yes.
And the great thing is now you walk around and every week you see something new.
Yeah. I didn't know that they built that. So one final question for you would be, what would you say to somebody who's maybe seen yoga online, which is
Mhm.
always a misrepresentation, and they may feel a little intimidated or scared or or not flexible, whatever insert, feeling
Mhm.
here,
Yeah,
and they'd like to try yoga, what would you say to them?
I say try it, and also don't be so hard on yourself. Start with where you are.
Mhm.
And don't expect yourself to be able to do everything perfectly. Don't do everything perfectly in your classes, I just do.
Neither do I.
Yeah, we just do what we can do. It's not about perfection. It's just about stretching, strengthening, the flexibility, starting where you are, and then building from there. But the other thing I would just encourage people is, like I said, the first 4 to 6 weeks were like really awkward for me.
Mhm.
Mentally, it was just something I'd never done before, so it was like, gosh, okay, what's that? How do I, what's the feeling, what's the position, all that kind of thing. And then, but my body loved it from the very beginning. So, I would give yourself some time. Don't expect you to like take.
I have a membership.
Yeah. Don't expect to do even maybe a month and go, oh yeah, this is for me. Some people may do that, but a lot of people might not.
Mhm.
But look at like the whole thing of like, okay, how's your body feeling? How's your mind feeling? Are you making progress? Are you more flexible? Are you stronger? Look at that whole spectrum and then make your decision. But start with where you are, and don't expect yourself to be perfect. And I've never seen anyone in our classes be judgmental or expect perfection or anything out of it. Everybody's concentrating on their own thing
Right.
and their own body, and they're not paying attention
Right.
to what you're doing or not doing or whatever.
Right. Well, and I lied, one more question. You were already somewhat ingrained in the community since you knew several people who came here,
Mhm.
and I think that circle has expanded to
Oh, yeah.
people that
Yes.
that goes with
Sure.
a lot. You know a lot of people, but what would you say would be one unique thing or just one impactful thing about our community in your life? Teachers, students,
yeah.
however you want to frame that.
I feel like it has so enriched my life with the people that I've met here, with the people that I've known that come here. Um, it's a great place for us to touch base if we're already friends. Um, gosh, I just feel like in so many ways, it has really enriched my life. And I look so forward to seeing friends, teachers, the whole environment is so welcoming and casual in a good way, like not formal, not high expectations. It's just where you are, and you come and you just be where you are, and with the people that you enjoy being with. So I think it's just a great place to share something with someone and to build that bond. Yeah.
And so we want to thank Lisa, and so we have several OG members who have been here for a really, really long time for being part of the pillar of our community.
Oh, well,
And that
who's talking?
And we appreciate you sharing your yoga story with us.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing yoga story with us.
And here's to 15 years of magic.
Yeah.